Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Israel Doctrines Google Hangout. I'm your host, Carl Lambert, and you have now entered into our Hangout. This is a Black Intelligentsia production. We got our sister here with us tonight. We're going to have an interview. So the title of this one is an interview with Ree Cee, host of LA Battle 2 with B. Dot versus Danny Myers. So we having a little problems with the audio, so we're gonna be speaking over Skype, and y'all gonna get a chance to still see her via the Google Hangout. So how you doing tonight, sis?
I'm doing very well. I'm very happy to be a part of your show today and to, talk about the event, myself, other things happening on the West Coast, because I feel like sometimes the West Coast, we are sometimes left out of the loop. You know what I'm saying? People don't really focus on that too much. So we definitely appreciate you reaching out to me for this interview.
Yes, most definitely. And we don't see too many sisters most of the time, being the face of these things. So I wanted to reach out and talk to you, since I've been seeing you active and stuff. So could you tell the people your name and where you located right now and everything?
Yes, my name is Ree Cee, aka RX. RX, that's the name that I use when I'm battling. That's, my battle rap name is RX. I'm from Compton, California, from the West Coast, conceived, born and raised, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that right there is pretty much the basis of me and who I am.
Okay. So now, what is your job right now in the battle rap scene out there in LA?
Well, lately it's just been a lot of hosting going on for me. I've been wanting to debut for a long time, so that right there is coming at the end of July, July 23rd, Queen of the Ring, LA. Shout out to these Gathering, Death Certificate, the squad, all that. They putting together a crazy event for the ladies on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't been an event since, I think, last April. So this one is going to definitely, do justice for the ladies on the West Coast. It's going to be some crazy battles, a crazy weekend. So make sure y'all look out for that.
Okay, so what are some of the things or events you done host so far? And if you can, kind of segue into the last one you just hosted with B. Dot and Danny Myers.
Okay, there have been various events for AHAS. Shout out to AHAS, shout out to OD, R&B, all those guys over there. AHAD Cali. Those are some of the events that I hosted, as well as the Riot LA OC. Shout out to Kevin Parks, Ron Compton. They doing their thing in Orange County. Also, they just branched out in LA. They've had 2 LA events. I've hosted both of those. And also for LA Battleground, shout out to Wood, shout out to Trash, shout out to DZ Film, shout out to everybody working up over there, behind the scenes. I hosted their last battle in October, which was the October Fest. That was a very good battle night. And I hosted the most recent one, LAD Part 2, this last weekend.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about that for the people that don't know about it? And also, I think you called out the film company that just put that out today. So if you could tell us about it and where the people can go get it.
Yes, I believe it's bvfilms.com, and that's films with a Z. That's bvfilms.com. The Danny Myers battle versus B. Dot, that battle right there just dropped today on pay-per-view, so make sure y'all go and check that out. LA Beef, this was part 2, so there's another battle rap league that is actually on the East Coast, and they brought some of their spitters out here, and they went up against some of our greats, and, it's LA Beef part 2, so there was another one, I believe, last year that was the first LAD. So they keeping it going, collaborating with the East Coast versus the West Coast. There was a lot of good battles from the dudes that came out from the East Coast. That came on here, they held it down, they did their thing, they did a very good job. So salute to all those guys.
So how many contests took place that night? Because I believe this was the headline, B. Dot and Danny Myers. So could you tell us about the night and who all participated and how those battles went?
Yeah, it was about 13 battles. It was supposed to be more than that, but a few people couldn't make it. It was a night just filled with battle rap and performances. There were some Catch That Fade battles. Catch That Fade is just like a tryout battle. There was a few of those. There was some dope dudes up in there. I believe it was Dopey, a guy named Ratchet. He came and did his thing. There was King Hit, Renegade. They came and did their thing. They held it down for the Latino community. Viva La Raza. That was dope. There was other battles like Bonnie B. Crazy and Jay Sense. Jay Sense took a break from battle rap. He came back and he came back strong. That was a really good battle. Fly King I and Perfecto. That was battle of the night. That was like a clash of just cultures, I guess, because Fly King I, he is a part of the LBGT community, and Perfecto is a part of like the conscious Black man community. So it was a very good battle. It was battle of the night.
So
there were other battles. I'm sorry.
I hate to stop you on that, but let's focus on that one right quick, because that is something that's kind of historical. We haven't heard of those type of things happening in the battle community. We kind of hear the Young Thug, this and that conversation. No one really knows, but this guy is openly what he is. I don't know what to say what he is, but he's openly, and he had a rap battle, and they spoke about it and went back and forth lyrically about it.
Yeah, you know what, Perfecto, well, everybody that Fly King I has battled, shout out to him. He's from Compton also, that's my bro. Everybody that he has ever battled, they always come at him for like his sexuality. They always come at him with that angle. And Perfecto pretty much did the same thing, but he broke it down more from like a Black conscious perspective. And Fly King I, instead of him defending himself, because he's done that in every other battle, him like defending his sexuality, he more so went at Perfecto and his Black consciousness, saying like, oh, why you got on a dashiki that was made in China? Like, he was pretty much questioning his Black consciousness. So it was like these two dudes just going at each other for 3 rounds. They both did amazing. It was battle of the night. It was a very good battle. Once that dropped, people are going to be talking about that battle for a long time, because all night everybody was just saying how good that battle was. And Fly King I, he was even speaking Swahili, I think, in the battle, and Perfecto was doing his thing up in there. He had the whole Black market up in there. Shout out to the Black market. They was all up in there deep. They was up in there doing their thing. They both held it down, which made it a great battle. It's not like one person won and one person didn't do good. No, they both did great. So that's why that battle is battle of the night.
Okay. That sounds pretty interesting. Maybe people will go cop that pay-per-view now and check that out. But after those two battles, who else was on the card before we get to the main event?
Yeah, Hemi and Link. Oh boy, that was a real good battle. Hemi is from New Orleans, so he came out, he did his thing, he held it down. Link is from the Bay Area. He always does great. He did really good this battle. Who else was on the card? Dre Vicious and Strick. And Dre Vicious, he's a part of the Crack City Death Certificate. That's the squad right there. Strick came from Houston. I believe he's from Houston, Texas. He came over. This was his 3rd battle. His 2nd battle was actually versus D-Dot. And people always say, like, oh, that's a guy that, B-Dot killed and this and that. So, which is, not all the way true. I mean, D-Dot talked to him in that 3rd round. That's why it went viral and it has over 5 million views. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. But Strick came back and he showed everybody that he ain't no pushover, man. He came back and he did his thing. We have Fiji versus Saint. That was a very good battle as well. I'm sorry, those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head right now. Oh, I'm sorry, R.A. and Michael Million. R.A. is from the East Coast. He came out here and did his thing. Michael Million made his comeback to LA Battlegrounds. Shout out to him. He did his thing. What is it? Oh, Element Rhymes versus Money. That right there was a pretty intense battle right there as well. So it was a lot of good battles all night. It was nothing but good battles. I led up to the D-Dot and Danny Myers battle.
Okay, let's talk about that now. What exactly was you doing in this battle? Was you putting your hand up and starting it up? What was your job doing this battle?
Well, I did host this battle. So, I definitely introduced myself and all that. I was right in the front. And actually, Danny Myers had a bar in there and used my name. So, like my profile picture, you see me at the Black Sister. I'm not going to spoil it for nobody. You got to go and see what Danny Myers said when it caused me to, do that. But, yeah, I was very, very taken back by both of these dudes. Every round, it got more intense. Every round, it got more lyrical. Like Danny Myers, he has this way of just like matching his opponent's style. Like he can scheme with the schemers, he can punch the punchers, but he knew he couldn't do that with D-Dot. He had to come up in there and really drop some knowledge and really talk about some stuff. And he did great in that aspect. And I think it was his second round where he lyrically painted a picture. And people don't have to just see that. And also in the beginning of Danny Myers' battle, he did this thing where he gave his kid $20 and was like, go to the store and bring back my change. And y'all gotta see that. I don't want to spoil it for nobody. Y'all gotta see the battle, but that was a setup for something in his third round. Like, that's genius. Like, what the heck? Like, Danny Myers really did his thing. And then B-Dot was up in there talking to Danny. So, man, I was just sitting there, like, looking at Danny, like, oh my gosh, like, he getting all this right now. Like, no breaks, no water break or nothing. Like, B-Dot was talking to Danny. So, yeah, y'all gonna have to go ahead and go to bzfilms.com and get that pay-per-view because that battle was crazy. If not one of the best battles that I've ever seen in my life. Seriously. Just based off of content and performance.
Man, I see you smiling and stuff. I mean, it must have been a great night. I mean, it's got you smiling, so you got me smiling. So I'm gonna probably go cop that now. I said I was gonna cop it. I told B-Dot, so I'm probably gonna watch that so I can talk to him about it whenever I get an opportunity, if I get an opportunity. And man, so what are your expectations for the females? You know, who out there doing it right now? Who is it you look to get into the ring with? And you know, just tell us about the female category.
Yeah, the females, it's growing. It started out very, very small. I know before I ever got into it, it was always Esso Finesse, man. She's been holding it down for a long time. She also cracked City Death Certificate. That's the squad right there. 8R14, Liana, I don't think Liana's really battling anymore, but she is one of the early girls that was battling. Mrs. Black Diamond, she's been doing her thing. She battled Shotgun Suge. If y'all ain't seen that battle, y'all gotta go watch that. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many other females, so, like, they're not, like, consistent battlers. Like, there's, like, a few females who, you know, tried out or something like that, but it's not really any consistent females, which is why, ultimately, I'm about to start battling, too, because I know I have a skill. So, for me, it's, like, a West Coast thing. I'm trying to revive the West Coast. I'm trying to bring out more females. Like, because, you know, maybe somebody will see me battling and say, yo, like, I want to do that, too. Like, I looked at it like Esso Finesse and was like, dang, like, she dope. Like, I want to, you know, battle rap also, which led me to battle rap. So, and Mrs. Black Diamond is another one. Once I seen her, I was like, oh, yeah, like, I got to get a feminist right here. I hold it down for the ladies on the West Coast and also hold it down for my squad, Crack City Death Certificate. So, you know what I'm saying? It's growing. It's not that many females right now, but there are a lot of females coming to try out for the July 23rd card for Queen of the Ring LA. There's going to be a lot of females trying out. So hopefully some of those females stick with it.
Okay. That sounds good. So now, let's get like your top 3 males. Now, I don't know who you're going to pick, but let's get your top 3 males and your top 3 females so far in the you know, in the battle league. Are there different leagues out there? What?
Yeah, it's different leagues that I watch pretty much all kind of leagues, like the Southern battle rappers, the East Coast battle rappers, the big ones like URL and all that. But number one, my absolute favorite of all time is Hollow the Don. Like, I absolutely love him. Like, I just love how he could just like perform, and his bars are crazy, and his stage presence and just everything. He's amazing. Not in any particular order for the other two, but of course, I would have to have D-Dot in there just because he is a conscious rapper and he's unapologetic about his Pan-Africanism. He don't care, like, and I really admire that, like, that courage. And he's amazing the way he does. He's dope. And the third one, I would have to say Daylight. Daylight is my boy. We go back so many years. I remember him before he even had the face cut, and he used to battle at the Pit Battle League, and Daylight been doing his thing for a long time, so he's definitely up there in the top 3 for me.
Okay. Females.
Okay, so I didn't always watch female battle rap, I gotta admit. But once I did start watching female battle rap, some of my favorites, number one will have to be E Heart. E Heart is so dope. Like, she gives you a lyrical death. Like, I absolutely love her. I love Couture, not just because she has the props that, you know, could kill you, but she has, like, very good lyrics. Like, I just love her demeanor, everything about her. She's amazing. And another one would have to be Official. Official is raw. She just get up in there and get the punching back to back. Oh, man, she's dope. So those are definitely, like, my top three right there.
Okay. So now let's talk about the different styles and the things that people bring to battle rap, and what do you know, how do you perceive them? Because you just said props. How significant is the flow, the punchlines, and the different things? You also being a battle rapper, could you give us like skill breakdown and how you see it for the males and the females? Because it probably be a different little criteria for the both. So if you could do that, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's definitely a difference between the male and the female. I feel like females have a different expectation in battle rap as opposed to the males. And I don't necessarily agree with that. I feel like it should be the same standards on both sides because I just believe in equality. But the world that we live in, it doesn't allow us to have that equality in many areas of life, including battle rap. But for like the dudes, I feel like the dudes have to be more lyrical. Like the dudes can't come up in there and like, you know what I'm saying, bring props and get like that same respect every single time. It also depends on like how they present it. And like Daylight is one of my favorite battle rappers because he's also a courageous battle rapper and he tries new things and he does the antics and he does all the crazy stuff. But it's about how you do it, and the way Daylight does it, he gets people talking. People still love him at the end of the day, and they're still gonna tune in and watch a Daylight battle. And for the females have to be lyrical also, but it also goes down to like, oh, what outfit she got on, oh, she got the inches in her hair and all that. And like some females do bring props, and I think that Couture, the props actually helped her career a whole lot. She came in there killing girls off with them props, man. Like, and it's not just about picking any old prop. Like, she scientifically gets down to what prop she was going to use and how she was going to use it, and she does an amazing job at that, and she executes very well. So that works for her, but that may not work for, you know, somebody else in battle rap. And like that, everybody can't do the same thing in battle rap. You kind of have to find your own niche and go with it. And that's why so many people who they don't sound original, or they sound like somebody else, or they study somebody else's style, or they study the style of a certain region to appeal to that audience more. And I feel like everybody should just kind of be themselves, you know. I'm like, I believe in originality, but yeah, you know, it's different for both sides, and I think that either side, like, they both should be lyrical at the end of the day.
Okay, so what do you think about the financial opportunities in battle rap right now, especially out there where y'all at, in the different leagues that's going on? You know, when you speak on equality, you know, let's speak on male and females getting paid for, you know, coming to the event and being a part of the event.
Right, yeah, I definitely think that there's a difference. Just like in the working world, you know what I'm saying? Men get paid more than women. Like, I have a master's degree, and I still don't get paid as much as a man with a master's degree, and I don't like it. It's not good. But, you know, in battle rap, it's no different. The men get paid all these thousands of dollars, like, and these dudes be up there putting up their phone, choking, like recycling, using mixtape rounds. Like, they get paid all this money to get up there and, like, excuse my language, but to get up there and bullshit. Like, it's not fair. And then you got girls like 40 bars. I mean, I don't know what 40 bars makes. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's one of the more consistent battlers. But I've heard her interviews before saying that she doesn't get as much as the men get. And she works hard in battle rap. Like, she takes battles back to back. She gives a great show every single time. She gives crazy bars every single time. So there's no reason why women who work hard, just like the men, if not harder than the men, but it's no reason that they should not be getting paid top dollar. And I think that on the East Coast, they probably get paid more money because they events, of course, you got to pay like $50 to $100 to get in. And out here, it's like, I don't think that I've ever been to a battle rap where you got to pay that much money. It may be Ether or like the URL traffic event. They was charging like $50, but I mean, I'm not gonna get into it, but you know what I'm saying? Some of those rappers didn't get paid from what I heard. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to money, things could get shaky at times. So I mean, you know what I'm saying, for myself, going into it, knowing that, well, first of all, I'm not going into battle rap to make money or pay bills. That's not what it's about for me. But I'm not going to be nobody's sucker either and just let people get over on me. So I do take a lot of that stuff into account before, you know what I'm saying, I just start booking battles or accepting offers and things like that.
Okay, well, let's switch it up here. What about male and female battling each other or tag team battling? Y'all thought of any of those things out there yet?
Yeah, there have been a few. There was actually a domestic violence card with LA Battlegrounds. That's the one where I believe Strick battled B-Dot on that card. That was a domestic violence card. And I personally like that. I like the male versus female thing. I just don't like sometimes the angles that can be taken in that. Like, I think that it should be more about like lyrics and not so much about angles. Like, oh, you're a woman, so that means that you this and that. Or the woman saying, oh, you a man, so that means this and that. I feel like it should just all boil down to having bars. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen any male and female duos. It's been in the talks. I hear all the time that people want to see Dre Vicious and Mrs. Black Diamond. They like, you know what I'm saying, real close. I know that their chemistry would be crazy on cam. People have wanted me and Clutch, the kid Clutch, they wanted me and him to tag team one time for an event. But as far as like the 2-on-2s, that right there is like growing. Shout out to 6500. He has an event called Amen Now coming up in June on AHAT. And that's going to be a card with all 2-on-2 battles and the triple threat battles, like for 3 people instead of 2 people battling. So it's growing out here, but it hasn't really got there yet.
Okay. What about subject and title battles? You know, where you got something you got to really, you know, study the subject and kill it like you was doing a lecture or a debate against each other lyrically. What do you think about that concept?
Like that. Yeah, I mean, that right there would be a dope concept, but I feel like excuse my language, but niggas is lazy. Niggas don't want to sit up here and be doing no research. Like, they just want to watch Love and Hip Hop and listen to these weirdo rappers out here. Most of these dudes in battle rap, they don't want to do any of that. So, in my opinion, I don't really know if that'll ever happen. But if the subject is interesting enough, maybe it will happen.
Okay.
But I don't really see it happening right now.
Yeah, I'm a rap fan myself, so you know, somewhat battle rap. I ain't got into it big time, but I'm following it now. I'm following B-Dot, and I listen to Loaded Lux and different ones in the conscious community circuit, because I want to hear the consciousness in the bars and the waking up of the people out there. I love
that.
So that's why I said subject matter, like battle. It'll be nice. So who you think won between B-Dot and Danny? Have you officially went on record yet? Have you officially went on record yet? And would this be your first time going on record?
Well, I did put out a vlog on LA Battlegrounds. I did put out a vlog, and I did say who I thought won. I kind of broke down the battle a little bit. And long story short, this is the second time, I would give it to B-Dot 2-1. A solid 2-1, though. Like, if I watch it again, I might say Danny, but right now, fresh off of the battle a week ago, seeing it, feeling it, the energy, and just all the angles and the bars, I would have to give that to B-Dot. But Danny came and did his thing, man. Danny did his thing. But I just feel like B-Dot is so good at what he does. You can't escape those bars. Like, he just really talked to Danny. Like, y'all gotta just go and see it for yourself. But Danny was talking to B-Dot also in that first round. Like, he was saying some things also. So it's very, very entertaining to see these dudes do what they do. But I would have to personally say B-Dot, because I just absolutely love like that whole like conscious angle, like everything that B-Dot was saying up in there. It was just really, really good stuff. So I have to go with B-Dot on this battle.
So what do you think the future of like conscious rap? We know that conscious rap, conscious battle rap, because you have different people like Bizzle or whatever, he came out and he went at Jay-Z, and he was a Christian rapper and stuff. And you got people like No Malice and stuff. You got No Malice and stuff. He, you know, he wanted to quit all the grinding gangster drug selling rap, and he went into Christian rap and stuff. So, you know, we got different people out here from different cultures and stuff. And just like you said, what's that, the LGB? I don't even know the acronym for it. Yeah. You know, you got people from that community. So what do you see conscious rap and different people that enter in and bring a different conversation that other battlers have to deal with?
Yeah, I believe that it's growing. I definitely believe that it's growing because, you know what I'm saying, people compare B-Dot to Lux a lot, but I don't feel like Lux ever really took a conscious perspective or like a conscious angle on nobody. He's more like a break a person down, put on their weaknesses. But B-Dot, to me, I believe he's the first one in battle rap to ever even talk some consciousness. Like, I never heard nobody talk about killing. I never heard nobody talk about any of that stuff. So B-Dot alone, though, that clip that went viral has over 5 million views, and a lot of those people are battle rap fans now because of B-Dot. So I feel like B-Dot opened up the door to a whole new crowd of people, and they all come in and they all love battle rap. Like, you also have another one, Perfecto. He's pretty much like a conscious Pan-African battle rapper as well, and he was talking more about that in his last battle versus Fly King I, but I never heard nobody really go in like that. A female is S.O. Finesse. Like, people need to wake up and, you know what I'm saying, go see some of her battles. She has a battle with Tribe Uncut, and she was dropping nothing but knowledge up in there. She pulled out her aunt. She was doing her thing up in there. Man, y'all got to go see that. S.O. Finesse versus Tribe Uncut. That was a real good battle. But I feel like it's growing, but it's not all the way there yet. Another person who kind of taught consciousness is Ron Compton. He's an up-and-coming battle rapper right now from Compton. He battles on the riot. He's doing his thing. So I feel like it's growing, but it's not like it's not that big just yet. Like, we're in like the budding stages of the flower blossoming, and once it blossoms all the way, the flower, metaphorically speaking, of course, it's gonna be amazing. People gonna be more educated. I know people who wasn't conscious at all, and they seen that B-Dot battle and was like, oh man, like, I need to go and read me some books or something. I need to go and get myself more conscious. I think that it's helping the community overall, and not only like a battle rap community, because people go home with that stuff and their family sees it or their neighbor sees it, or like, you know what I'm saying, once they see like that conscious tip, they start catching on to it more. So I feel like it's gonna grow eventually.
So what you think about the alchemy that's taking place, or the chemistry between the conscious community and the rap battle league, seeing that you know, we have a big time debate coming up with the URL host Smack, Polite, and
I think that's good for the overall community, whether you coming in on the Jewish side or the conscious Pan-African side. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of information exchanged in that, and that's why I say like battle rap highlights these things, but these things are issues that are going on in the world in general. So I feel like that stuff right there is, you know, it's good that it's being highlighted. People can get educated. People can go out to that. They can get some knowledge just by going and listening in and stuff like that. I mean, we all got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't always conscious. Like, I barely began my conscious journey maybe like 5 years ago. So everybody has to start somewhere. So I think that is very good. It's going to open up a lot of people's eyes, especially in the world that we live in today and the issues that are going on in society. People have questions, and these questions aren't being answered at church. These questions, like, you know what I'm saying, the Christian pastor, he ain't giving out these answers. The Catholic pastor, he ain't giving out these answers. Other religions as well, they're not giving out the answers to the issues that's in the world today. They're just telling you to pray, and people getting tired of that. People don't want to hear that no more. People are turning to this conscious stuff and tuning in and seeing, you know what I'm saying, what the world for what it really is and what's really going on around here. Now, we've been in a matrix this whole time, and people are unplugging from that matrix. So, you know, more power to all those people, man. MOOR, more power to all those people.
So what would you say to them about coming out and, you know, really paying attention to, you know, the battle league and how that battle league and the, you know, content of the lyrics and different things could help them, especially with, you know, the level of, conversation of consciousness rising in, the battle leagues?
Yeah, I think that the battle rap community, it's like a culture. Everybody's not going to understand the culture of it. Like some people, they just want to hear gun bars. And some people, they just want to hear the conscious stuff. And battle rap, it's a mix of everything. So I feel like people, if they come out, maybe they'll like it and get used to it. But I know for some people, like they don't really like the battle rap format if they're not familiar with the culture. Some people, they gotta experience a few battles before they really like it. So it just varies from person to person, I think.
Yeah. So what kind of campaign is going on? At least out there where you at, I know you don't know about every spot, but what type of campaign is going on to get these guys, more airtime on more radio stations, more YouTubes and stuff, so they can present their life to people and they can tell their story and they can explain why they bars are the way they are, whether they gun bars or conscious bars or, funny bars or whatever, why they come up with these concepts and stuff to deal with things.
Well, I think that media aspect of it is growing because most people, all they have is like their Twitter, their Facebook, their Instagram. That's how they express themselves. But I have not been to too many battle rap events, but there was like media there. This LAB Part 2, that's my first one ever going to and seeing other people there with their microphones and they might collaborate with other people. A lot of these dudes did interviews, radio interviews before the battle, leading up to the battle. I think that like Queen of the Ring LA might have done it like one time. I don't ever see it, but it's growing though, and that's why we're grateful to have people like you who want to reach out and talk to us and get to know us for who we are, because you can know about a person from a rap battle, but you can't really know all about that person from that rap battle. So that's why I think that we need to have more interviews and stuff like that with people, so that way they do know who we are and not just our bars or whatever.
Yeah. So explain to the people who you are and what type of information, class, and different thing you look to bring to the ring when you come. We know you do it when you host and everything. Like you said, you
right.
threw up the fist. It's a reason why you threw up the fist, yeah. But we know the fist in the air means something. So what is it? Right. What is it you look to bring to the game, and tell them a little bit about you so they can get that perspective and they'll want to follow hopefully more and support your career.
Yeah, well, there's like a lot of attention brought to me. I'm not trying to brag or anything. This is just me being honest. But there's like a lot of attention brought to me because of how I look. Like people always say, "Oh, who is that girl right there?" Like, "Oh, that girl right there sitting in the background. Like, who is she? Like the host, who is she?" And people kind of judge me from like my outside appearance. And it could be good, it could be bad. Sometimes it is what it is. But underneath what I look like and my bars and everything I put in there, I put myself in my bars. I put like my culture in my bars. Like I'm multicultural. Like I'm Mexican, I'm Black, I'm Native American. Like I'm like so many different things. Like Spaniard, I'm so many different things. So all that right there, I put that into everything that I write, every bar that I write, whether it's battle rap bars, poetry, songs, whatever it is. Like I put my culture into there, into my battle raps and stuff. I'm from Compton, like that's where I was born and raised. So like I got like a hood aspect up in there too. People who know me know how I get down and stuff. I come from, like my father was a single father. My father raised me, not like my whole life, but most of my life. Like that right there comes out a lot in my battle rap, and it's just so many different components to me. Like I'm educated, I have a master's degree. Like that right there comes out a lot in there as well. Like I'm a therapist. I'm a marriage, family, and child therapist. So I mainly work with at-risk youth. However, that's like my population that I always work with. Like just young, badass kids. Long story short, with that. But that right there comes out a lot in my battle rap. So it's just so many different things to me, and that's important to me because one thing about me, like I never want anybody to tell me that I sound like somebody else or I'm trying to sound like somebody else. And that happens all the time with the West Coast females. Like once Black Diamond started battle rapping, the first thing they said was, "Oh, she like Norma Bates. Oh, she want to be like Norma Bates." And it's like Black Diamond never even heard of Norma Bates. So it's like, what the heck? So people always pulling that like, "Oh, she's trying to sound like so and so, or she's trying to sound like so and so." I think they compared Finesse, they compare her to my verse, and my verse is dope. She in my top 10 or whatever female battle rappers, but Finesse don't want to be like my verse. Like, Finesse has her own style, so I just don't want them to tell me that I'm trying to be like somebody else. I'm trying to sound like somebody else. So I looked at these female battle rappers and saw what they were talking about and what they're not talking about. And like what I'm mixed with and my cultures and my background and every inch and every perspective of me and my mind, nobody else has that. So that's what I have to accentuate. I have to accentuate who I am, not just, gun bars and all that other kind of stuff. But I have to put who I am into every single bar that I write.
I hear you. So now, I gotta ask the hard question. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
Give us some bars and let us hear what it is you bring to the table.
Man.
I know you got some on deck now. You too much engulfed in the culture not to have some bars ready for yourself now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got bars and stuff, but I don't rap for people, however, you know what I'm saying? Just because I haven't debuted yet and like that mystery factor is working for me right now, and like the opponent that I haven't heard none of her bars, so I'm not gonna give her one up on me and let her hear bars from me. So it's like a pride thing with me. I have a lot of pride.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, but I can't drop no
It's
bars.
all good. I had to try. Ain't no harm in trying. So who is it you supposed to be battling or going against when you make your debut?
Some new girl. I don't want to, talk too much about her, but just to, I was gonna see it on the card anyway. Some girl named Joy Lennox. I don't know her. She don't know me. So it's gonna be interesting because, like, like a mutual friend of ours kind of told me that she, has some shit for me and all this and that. So it's like, girl, you can go ahead and bring whatever you want. Bring everything you got on the table to the table so we can see what's what. Because I'm not going to play with this girl. Like, I don't know. She pulled a few little stunts that I didn't like. So it's like, if you don't know me, like, just have some respect. Like, if you don't have that respect, then lyrically, now I got to really go hard on you. Like, I didn't want to do it to her, but I'm going to have to. So she's kind of young, though, you know what I'm saying? So I'll teach her a lesson. She'll get this work for real.
Okay. All right. I like how that sound. I like how that sound. So
yeah.
Let's see. I don't know if people want to call in or whatever if you got some time to, but if anybody out there listening, you can call in 312-985-7856. I think you gave the number to a couple people too. So I guess now would be a good time to do some Q&A. So if you want to, just call in and we'll add you to the call. Know that it'll be a lot of other people on the line. So when you call in, please mute your phone. But outside of that, are you looking to get into, the conscious thing a little bit more and do some lectures and talk to people since you well schooled on how to do that from your background?
Oh yeah, I definitely want to do something like that. Like I work with a lot of at-risk youth that are from, Compton, that are from LA, Watts, all that. And like these kids don't know nothing about the conscious anything because that's not what's being displayed on TV. Because these kids, they watch TV, they listen to the radio, they see what's going on in their community, they are on social media, and this stuff, like consciousness, isn't being highlighted. And like I personally don't watch TV just because it don't teach me nothing. Like if I want to learn something, I'm gonna read a book if I want to learn something. So these kids, they need to be taught these things. Like their parents aren't gonna teach them. Their parents don't know anything about this stuff. Their parents aren't gonna do it. So the community has to do it. It takes a village to raise a child. So I definitely have in the works doing something to where I'm gonna have like a lecture. Or anybody can come out, anybody in the community can come out, but it's mainly going to be geared toward the youth because the youth are at an age where they can change their lives, and that's why I work with at-risk youth because they're at an age where they can make a decision to change their life for the better. Like grown people, they kind of set in their ways, so it's harder to get through with grown folks. But it's going to be open to anybody, and this is going to be like the basics, like 101 consciousness type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like letting young people know who they are and where they come from. And one documentary that I just definitely want people to see is Hidden Colors. There are 3 installments right now. The 4th one will be coming out, but that first one that I first seen when I began my conscious walk was the first Hidden Colors, and there's just so much information up in there. Like, it was very, very difficult for me to be a Christian and watch that and know that everything that I believed in is all based on basically a lie. So it's not just going to be about showing that documentary to them, but breaking things down and showing them evidence to support the documentary, because there's so much information out there. We just got to get it and present it to the youth.
Yeah, most definitely. It's so much, and it's so vast, and people tend to have, it's like you say with the battle rap and stuff, they have the angles that they coming from and they talking points that they're either echoing or they're bringing new to the table, and you find more echoes than new information or sound information on subjects out here. So I feel you.
Right.
I feel you. So I don't see nobody calling in. So I don't really know to go from here. You obviously more of a expert on this conversation than me. So you got anywhere you wanna lead the conversation or whatever?
There's not necessarily any topics that I really wanted to talk about too much. Just like the whole conscious thing, you know what I'm saying? I think that right there is big right now in battle rap. There was even a comment that Daylight had made during the LA Beef Part 2 battle event, where he had made a statement where he said something like, "Dang, like everybody got a luck round," or something. He said, I can't think of the exact words, but he was basically saying, like, people over here dropping consciousness in all 3 rounds. It's not just like only in the 3rd round no more. It's like all 3 rounds, and he was very intrigued by that. So I think that right there was like a sign, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, damn, like, people really starting to wake up. Because there were just so many people dropping consciousness up in their bars this past Saturday.
Let's see if we could get some of what the conversations was about. What were some of the topics that was coming out in the bars? I think even in the preview, you hear Polite name come up. So we know that came up. Yeah. So
Danny is crazy, boy. Yeah, he made a statement saying he was basically trying to like bash D-Dot for kicking it with Brother Polite and saying that like Brother Polite, like, he believes in polygamy, and like he's like, you know what I'm saying, like all his ideals are like wrong. So he was basically using Brother Polite to attack D-Dot and like make him, like attacking him to make him look like you don't know what he's talking about or something. So that right there was pretty funny to hear something like that. Because I do watch Brother Polite's videos, and he is a deep brother, but I don't know nothing about his personal life. So when he said that, I said, what, polygamy? Like, how many wives he got? Like, hold up. So I didn't know that. So for him to say that, it took me off guard all the way, which was, pretty interesting.
Okay. So what else for us? Like, we don't want to do no spoilers, but for us, like, one would call conscious. What else did they kind of touch on or go at? I think B-Dot was supposed to.
One thing that stands out that B-Dot has said was when he was like, I don't want to spoil it for nobody, but he was really talking to Danny, because you're supposed to, we all know Danny got like 10 kids, you know what I'm saying? So he was basically attacking him for having 10 kids. And long story short, Vicky Myers was Danny Myers' wife. And when the battle first started, she was going hard on B-Dot, like, oh yeah, Danny, get him. And next thing you know, like halfway through B-Dot's 2nd round, Vicky switched sides on Danny and was like, yeah, talk to that nigga B-Dot, let that nigga know. And that 3rd round, it was a wrap. Like, people go see that show, and they go see Vicky up over there going hard. Like, it was so funny how like the tides just turned mid battle, like. Yeah, he was talking some real stuff, man. He had Vicky up there saying that B-Dot won and all that. So yeah, y'all gonna have to tune in and watch that right there. I gotta go and pay for it and watch it also, man, because that right there was a real good battle. I gotta get that right there before they put that on the YouTube. I don't know when that's coming out on YouTube. I need to watch it now though.
Yeah, it sound like it was pretty dramatic in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it was that. It was so many people up in there for that. Like everybody was just so locked in and tuned in for that battle. Like it was just crazy, man. Like people were at the edge of their seats just waiting. There was so much noise being made for both of these dudes. Like I just can't wait to see how it came out on camera. I know that it's gonna look amazing.
Okay. Okay. Well, like I told you, I didn't want to keep you too long and stuff. I just wanted to talk to you and, get your insight about what it is you do out there, because I thought you was rapping battling most of the time that I seen you on a couple little things that I seen you. I was like, oh, she rap or she battle. And then, when I asked you, if you give interviews and stuff and you said, yeah, I hosted, I was like, oh, you the host, so it was interesting finding out that you was hosting and this stuff. And it seemed like you very into it and know all the players, most definitely on the West Coast and stuff. So it's like, man, I mean, she really into it, and I see you like it. Or should I say love it, because I can see it just oozing out of you when you talk about it. So
people always think that I just popped up on a scene out of nowhere, but people don't know when I was like 16, 17 years old. That's like 10 years ago. I used to go to the pit, and I used to go there with my homegirl, and like her boyfriend was like one of the main battle rappers, one of the big battle rappers today. I don't want to put people out there or whatever, but yeah, like Daylight, Active, Disaster, Constant AV, Tiger. It was just like the pit was where everybody was at on Friday nights, and everybody went there and showcased their talent. It was battle raps, it was producers that would battle with their beats. It was people up there doing their poetry battles, all kind of stuff. Like the pit used to be cracking, but it got shut down. And if that never got shut down, that would be bigger than URL right now. Like that right there is where so many rappers and battle rappers got their start at. So, man, those dudes right there, a lot of them are still around today, and they like being one of them. Active, Disaster, being just a few of those guys. So I've been on the scene for a long time, like for years and years. I had took a break to pursue my degrees, my bachelor degree, my master's degree, and once all that right there came to a close, that's when I had time to go to battle raps and stuff. Because when I was in school, it was like 2 jobs, internship, school, my son, like it was just so much going on. I didn't have time for myself. But now that all that's over, I have time to come to battles, host, battle myself, and all that kind of stuff. So I've been on the scene for a long time.
Yeah, it seemed like you can wear more hats than you wearing out there, but I guess it's a monetary thing too, that people will have to make sure that you can wear all those hats and put down some of the other hats that you're wearing right now. So I mean, I hope the best for you, that you can actually prosper a little bit more off of this. Something you love and put a smile on your face like it do. I mean, you probably would never get bored with that job, but at the same time, taking care of the children and stuff and dealing with those things, probably a headache. But when you love serving the community or serving the people, then it's another thing you like. So, But with that said, I want to give people one more last chance, because we weren't gonna stay here too long. We was gonna do an hour. So if you're out there and you're listening in, or if you can text them or something right quick. 312-985-7856 for anybody that really, would love to come on and, state something, promote your, your LA brand or whatever, if you're out there listening. If not, we're going to sign off and call it a night. And shout out to the 2 brothers that was headlining it, Danny Myers and B-Dot. And, man, it sounds like y'all put something out there that's gonna make people want to go listen, and listening to the sister here is just like, wow, okay, probably made y'all a couple more, bucks tonight. So, look out for the sister, So
that's right.
With that said, I'm gonna say peace, sister. I appreciate everything, and like I said, good luck in all your things you doing and stuff. Hold up, we got a caller. Peace, how you doing? 310, how you doing? Welcome to Israel Doctrines Google Hangout.
Hey.
How you doing, sister?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You got something you want to ask or state to our guest tonight?
Of course. Squad. This is the Mermaid of LA. I just had to shout out my girl real quick. She been doing her thing. You know, shout out for this interview. It's real dope. You know, I had to support my squad, so, you know, I had to call in real quick.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling in, and I appreciate the compliment on the interview. She made it easy, you know. She loved what she talking about, so that's easy when people can ramble on about what they love. So.
Oh yeah, music has been in her since I've met her, and that was back in 6th grade. So yeah, you know, she go way back. But yeah, she where she at, and it's about time for that debut. So we all can't wait for that. She got a lot of things coming for everybody.
All right, so y'all got the pom poms and everything ready. Y'all ready to cheer?
No. Ain't no cheerleaders over here. Ain't no cheerleaders over here. Well, Bobby Lee about to chime in anytime soon. Oh Lord. But no. No pom poms over here.
Okay.
It's all love and support.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in, sister, and it's nice to see people supporting the sister.
Always. Keep doing what you're doing.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna call it tonight. If anybody else, you know, got the number, you call in later. I guess I'll say peace to you and it's over with. But until then, you know.
Thank you so much for everything. The interview was great. Thank you for all that you do, and I definitely look forward to being on the show in the future sometime. Yeah.
You got to come back when you debut so the people can get an update, you know, of what's going on.
That's right. You already know. After I debut, I'm ready to come back, man. That's all I'm really focused on right now is my debut. Like I'm taking a break from hosting for a little bit, and I could just focus on these bars and stuff. It's like so much time that I had, you know what I'm saying? It's all the way up in July. So there's gonna be no excuses. Like bar for bar is gonna be amazing. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to that right there. Look out for that. July 23rd, Queen of the Ring LA in Long Beach at Jack Rabbit Boxing Gym, hosted by Beef Gatland. Okay, so you got any social media outlets and stuff that people can follow you and keep up with your story and what's going on with you? Yes, I have Instagram. Instagram is pretty_Ree Cee. That's REECEE. And I have Facebook, which is Ree Cee, is just REE space CEE. I have, what else do I have? I also have a YouTube channel, and that's also pretty_Ree Cee. I'm not that active on there, but I will be more active on there very soon. I have like one video up right now, but it's going to be a lot more videos up pretty soon.
Okay, so you're going to make a fan page on Facebook? You know, after you get 5,000 people, they shut down your account from adding people.
Okay, yeah, that right there will come eventually. I have been getting a lot of fan requests. People are, you know what I'm saying, tuning into who I am and stuff. I do appreciate everybody who's friends with me on Facebook, everybody that follow me on Instagram. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying, it's growing right now. So I haven't really thought about the fan page yet, but it's going to come down to it because I've been adding people every single day. So I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to have one of those. Once I debut, I want to debut before I really start, you know, doing all these different things. Because once I debut, I think that's when, you know what I'm saying, more people will know who I am. Yeah,
and like I say, it seems as if you can wear a lot of hats, so it seemed like a lot of opportunity out there for you. I don't know who's watching and who's listening and paying attention, but it seemed like things are going to be on the uprise for you, so good luck once again in all your ventures and stuff, and appreciate you adding me as a friend on Facebook, and you know, not being anal. You know, some people, you ask them, will you come on and stuff, and they give you this and that. You know, you came right on and said no problem. You know, you know, that was nice of you. So I appreciate it. Always to be appreciative of it, and look to talk to you and, you know, update the people and stuff over here about what's going on, and help even with the marketing and promotion of liking your stuff and everything. So with that said, I'm going to say peace and good night, sister. Enjoy your rest of your night and everything.
Peace to you also, brother. Peace to you. Black power, more power, Chicano power, all that right there. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. One love.
Peace.
Peace.